7 ways to make friends in old age and never feel lonely again. You wake up and the house is silent. No one calls, no one writes. A whole day passes without a single real conversation. You look out the window and it feels like life is passing you by. Family is busy. Neighbors have quietly disappeared. The body is aging, but something worse creeps in, the feeling that you're no longer needed. Loneliness becomes the reason why many older people die too early. It damages the heart, the brain, the immune system. It raises the risk of stroke, dementia, even cancer. But the most dangerous part, you stop living inside. You lose interest, joy, and dreams. This video is about how to change that, how to find people who make you want to live again, how to stop being afraid to reach out, to speak, to connect, even if you're 70, 80, or 90. These 7 ways help thousands. They will help you too. Why loneliness is worse than illness. Loneliness is not always visible. You can live with family and still feel like a stranger. You can go out shopping and still have no one close. As you age, friends pass away, children move, your social circle shrinks. But your mind still needs connection. Without communication, the brain begins to fade, stress increases, sleep is disturbed, and aging speeds up. Scientists have found that lonely people have a 26% higher risk of early death. But those who feel needed, even with chronic illness, live 10–15% longer. Friendship is not just an emotion, it's a biological need. But making friends after 60 can feel impossible. Fear, shyness, and the feeling that everyone is too busy hold you back. That's why simple, clear steps are needed. Way 1. Reconnect with old friends. The easiest way is to remember people you were once close with. Classmates, former co-workers, neighbors, family friends. Many of them are lonely too, but afraid to reach out first. A short phone call, a postcard, or a message saying, "How are you?" can bring a connection back to life. Older people often think, "What if they don't want to hear from me?" But most people are actually happy to reconnect. Research shows that old connections are easier to rebuild than new ones. It gives you a sense of support, brings back good memories, and reduces anxiety. Even one revived friendship can change your mood and your will to live. Way 2. Local clubs and community centers. Every town has cultural centers, libraries, church groups, fitness clubs, and senior centers. They offer classes, events, and clubs for older adults. Even if you're not a fan of group activities, just go once. The people there are just like you, open, searching, and longing for connection. No one will force you to speak or perform. Just being near others lowers stress and helps your mind. These places often become the very place where people find new friends. The key is, don't wait for an invitation. Just show up. No expectations, no fear. One small step and everything can change. Way 3. Volunteering. Helping others also helps you. Volunteering is not only meaningful, it's a powerful way to fight loneliness. Older adults who volunteer live longer, get sick less often, and feel more needed. There are so many options: helping at a local library, feeding the homeless, caring for animals, helping in shelters, participating in children's events. Volunteers make friends quickly because they're united by a shared goal. People become closer. No matter how old you are, there's always something you can do that matters. And where you're needed, friendship can grow. Way 4. Good neighborliness. Sometimes a friend lives right next door, but we've forgotten how to talk to neighbors. We're afraid to bother them. But next to you live people you can build meaningful relationships with. Take the first step. Offer help. Share a pie. Wish someone a happy birthday. Even a smile in the elevator, a compliment, or a simple greeting can start something new. This works especially well in smaller towns where people are more open. Humans are drawn to kindness. Being a good neighbor isn't just politeness. It's a source of support, friendship, and security. Way 5. Online clubs and digital connections. Many older people fear the internet, but it can be a powerful bridge to new friendships. Today, there are thousands of online communities based on hobbies: gardening, knitting, history, health, travel. There are Facebook groups, YouTube communities, platforms like Senior Chat, Get Set Up, and online courses with discussion forums. People there are just like you, from different places but sharing your thoughts. Many find real friends this way, and later even meet in person. All you need is a smartphone or tablet, and some curiosity. A family member or even a volunteer can help you get started. Way 6. Sharing skills and hobbies. Many friendships don't start with deep talks. They begin with small actions. One of the easiest ways to connect is by offering help, advice, or sharing a task. For example, help someone with plants, teach them how to use a phone, fix a piece of clothing, bake a pie. In return, you may receive more than just thanks: a conversation, an invitation, a true connection. This works especially well if you have a hobby: sewing, cooking, reading, fishing, gardening. Invite people to share it. A simple phrase like, "I grow tomatoes. Would you like a plant?" can lead to real friendship. The key is to give without expecting anything, and when you do that, kindness comes back to you. Way 7. Bring back your openness. The hardest, but most powerful, way to make friends is to open up. Many older people hold back out of pride, past hurt, or fear of seeming weak. But friendship doesn't visit closed hearts. It comes to those who are not afraid to smile, to speak, to admit they feel lonely. Openness is not weakness, it's strength. The strength to say, "I feel alone and I'd like to talk." This one sentence can change your life. Very often, the strongest friendships start from that one honest moment. Openness is the key that unlocks connection, even after years of silence. How to overcome the fear of talking. Many people are afraid to start. I'm boring. I'm old. No one listens to me. These thoughts sit deep inside, but they are not true. People care about kindness, not looks. They care about attention, not perfect speech. If you listen with interest, if you smile, you already become a good companion. To overcome fear, start small. Say hello. Give a compliment. Ask someone's name. Say thank you. These small actions break the ice. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It never comes. Begin today. Self-care is a silent invitation to friendship. When you take care of yourself, you send out warmth. Clean clothes, a soft scent, neat hands, a gentle step. They all say, "I respect myself and I respect you." Self-care doesn't require money. It takes awareness. A shower, brushing your hair, wearing your favorite sweater, standing tall. These small things change how you feel about yourself and how others see you. People are drawn to those who are at peace with themselves. Even one simple gesture says, "I'm open to the world." Don't hide, smile. Your age is not a barrier. It's your strength, your wisdom, your depth, and people feel that. The story of Bill from Iowa lost his wife at age 78. He was left alone, just 2 pills and the TV. He stopped going outside, stopped cooking, stopped wanting anything. His son bought him a tablet and showed him how to use YouTube. Bill started watching videos for seniors, joined a gardening group. Then he began commenting, sharing photos of his little garden. 6 months later, he had 4 regular friends, one of whom lived nearby. They met. They became friends. Now every Saturday, Bill goes fishing with him. He came back to life, and it all started with one click. The story of Janet from Florida was living alone after her husband passed away. She was 81. Every day she watched TV and hardly left the house. One day in a pharmacy, she saw a woman wearing the same shawl. She smiled, gave her a compliment. They started talking. They lived on the same street. A week later, they were having tea. A month later, walking in the park together. Janet began sewing again. She invited new friends over. Today she has 3 close friends. They host hat evenings and tea parties, and it all started with one smile. The story of Ellis was a veteran. After 70, he barely spoke to anyone. He said, "There's nothing to talk about." His grandson bought him a camera. Ellis started taking photos of the streets, nature, birds. He created a YouTube channel for older photographers. At first he was afraid, but then came 5 followers, then 20, then 100. He started getting comments, questions, support. People wrote, "Thank you for your photos, you inspire me." And Ellis began to inspire himself. Now he joins online forums and has friends in 3 countries. And it all began with a photo of a tree. The story of Harriet. Harriet was 84. She lived in a small house in Ohio, far from her family. Her son had moved to another state, her friends slowly passed away, and her days became all the same. In the morning, tea. During the day, television. In the evening, silence. Everything changed when she saw a notice in the local newspaper, "Reading Club for Seniors, every Saturday at the library." She didn't plan to go. She thought she had nothing to say. She believed she had forgotten how to talk to people. But one day, she gathered her courage and went. She took her old bag, packed her favorite book, and sat quietly in the corner. At first, she just listened. Then she asked a question. Then she shared why she liked one of the characters. People smiled, they listened, they nodded. After a month, she started coming early to help arrange the chairs. People began calling her the heart of the group. 6 months later, she had 3 new friends. They went to cafes, discussed books, and shared stories together. Harriet said, "I feel like I'm part of life again." And it all started with one book club meeting. In old age, choose the right people. In old age, it's especially important to be around the right people. Not those who complain, blame, or drag you down, but those who inspire, support, and share. You always have a choice. If you leave a meeting feeling empty, walk away. Look for your people. Kind, bright souls live in every town, every country. Many are just like you, quiet, shy, lonely, waiting for someone to make the first move. Be that someone, and you will find your people. If you feel shy, that's okay. Many seniors don't isolate because they don't want company. They're afraid of rejection. Shyness is normal, it's protection. But it fades with experience. Just once, when someone says, "Thank you for talking to me," you'll realize the fear was unnecessary. You don't need to be talkative, funny, or bold. Just sincere and ready to listen. The world needs listeners, empathizers, supporters, and those qualities grow stronger with age. Shyness goes away when you allow yourself to simply be you. Friendship in old age feels different. In youth, friendship is adventure, parties, noise. In old age, it's warmth, a cup of tea, a walk together, a letter to the grandkids, a hug on a hard day, a shared laugh over old memories. Friendship in old age is soft, calm, deep. It heals the soul. If you think you missed your chance, you haven't. As long as you're alive, it's never too late. Not at 70, not at 85, not at 92. Everyone needs someone, and you are needed too. If you were hurt, you can start again. Some seniors close off after betrayal. They were hurt, used, forgotten. So they say, "No more." But that thought is dangerous. It leaves you alone with your pain. Healing comes from new people. Not everyone will hurt you. There are kind, gentle, caring ones. But to meet them, you must give yourself a chance. Open up again, slowly, carefully, but truly. Life isn't just wounds. It's also new beginnings. Friendship through letters. How it works. Many people forget how special it feels to get a real letter. On paper, with warmth. Today, there are pen pal programs for seniors all over the world. It's free, safe, and deeply touching. You write about yourself, share your story, and get a reply. No rush, no judgment, just connection. Even if you don't use the internet, the regular post still works. You can start by writing to a library, a cultural center, or a senior group. Many care homes and organizations run these projects. A word on paper can comfort like a hand on the shoulder. Sometimes you feel alone, even in a crowd. Loneliness isn't always about lack of people. It's about not being heard. Many friends stop talking because they think, who cares what I think? If you want to know, the lifestyle is passive. Try to run out the door before you know. That's the right later, share it. Send it to a local newspaper for your grandchildren. People are drawn to those who tell stories, especially when those stories are full of life. And your life is a novel. No one has read it yet. What is warm connection? Not every chat has to be deep. There's something called warm contact, a glance, a short phrase, a kind wish, with the cashier, a neighbor, a passerby. These tiny moments create belonging, lower anxiety, bring a smile. If you get one warm connection each day, after a week, loneliness starts to fade. Loneliness is darkness. Warm connection is a beam of light. Nature, a friendship ally. One of the simplest ways to meet people is by going into nature. A park, a path, a bench by the lake. There are always others, just like you, with dogs, with books, with walking sticks. Try walking at the same time each day. That's how chance meetings become regular ones. A smile, a greeting, a conversation, a friendship. Nature brings people together. Even a solo walk holds the promise of connection. You just have to go outside. If you want friends, start by seeing the good in others. If you want friends, start by recognizing the value in others. Say, "You look lovely. You speak with such wisdom. It's nice being around you." This is not flattery, it's attention. And attention is the currency of the soul. When you offer recognition, you invite connection. Very often that's what people, especially seniors, miss most. Become someone who sees the light in others, and you'll see that light come back to you. Loneliness kills, slowly, silently, but surely. Connection extends life, strengthens the heart, protects the brain. Even one friend can change everything. You can make friends at any age, even at 90. What matters is to rekindle old connections. Seek people in clubs, libraries, and churches. Become a volunteer. Talk to neighbors. Try digital communication. Share your passions and stay open. Above all, don't be afraid to take the first step. People around you want the same thing. Imagine this life. You open the window and breathe not loneliness but hope. The phone rings and it's not spam, it's a friend. Your day begins with a smile, your evening with a letter. You have a reason to go outside. You feel interest again. Your life fills with meaning, not from events but from people. Warm, kind, real people. This is possible. This is real. Thousands have found true friendship in old age because they dared. They took a step. Don't wait for someone to come to you. Be the one who reaches out. Call, write, smile, get up from your chair, step outside. Let the world into your life. You deserve it. You are not alone. It's just that others don't yet know how much they need you. Share your story in the comments. We would be happy to hear it and help you. Also, give this video a like and subscribe to Health Bloom 60+. Turn on notifications so you never miss simple health truths backed by science. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.